Where do I even begin? I'm being honest. I have no clue. I have not recorded a podcast episode and left you guys abruptly for the last month or so. And I have a real reason why. Welcome to another episode of the Soldier and Me podcast, where the soldier in me hasn't been soldiering lately, but I feel like I'm kind of back. Kind of. The soldier in me is going to bring out the soldier in you in today's episode. Thank you guys so much for listening, for watching, for subscribing, because this is my real life, and this is as real as it gets. Everybody sees a highlight reel on my social media page. Friends, family, everybody. But deep down, I battle some real stuff. I don't really have a lot of mental battles. I feel like for me, is it mental when you lose motivation? I don't know. I have not been depressed at all, really. I feel like my issue is that when I feel so overwhelmed with my goals and my ambition, I can just shut down completely and then stop pursuing them, stop working towards them. And I'm working on articulating how I feel even better because let's be honest, I'm not really the best at it, but I do love my podcast because it gives me a chance to work on that part of my weakness, articulating my feelings. I'm able to work on that part of my weakness through my podcast. If you haven't seen any of my previous episodes, please go back and watch them. But if you're new here, welcome. My name is Tonia. I'm your host, and I really talk about real life on this podcast. And I hope that the struggles that I go through and the strength that I get from overcoming my struggles helps you to overcome yours. And that's why I call this the Soldier in Me podcast, because deep down, there's a soldier in me and there's a soldier in every single one of you. We are stronger than we think. God has equipped us with everything that we need when we need it. And it's just about us pushing through and really finding that inner strength and growing along the way. Because as we grow, we don't become necessarily, that's what I wanted to say. Life doesn't necessarily get easier. We just get stronger. So we're able to handle the negative and the downsides of life a little bit better. Okay, let's take it back to the first pitfall. Life has been lifing, and I wouldn't necessarily say I was depressed, but I feel like I handle grief and sadness in a different way than, of course, somebody else. For me, the way that I handle grief is I almost put my goals on the back burner, and then it takes me so long to find the courage to pick them back up again. One of my goals was to consistently post on this podcast, which I'm so hurt that I didn't do it because I was doing so well. But guys, I did not have the strength or the courage to even pull out the camera and to talk or to know what to talk about. I started overthinking everything. And here we are a month later. You guys haven't had an episode. So my grandmother passed away earlier this month, and I plan to get back consistent at posting podcast episodes in the month of November. I was working on one of my certifications for my meteorology degree. Yeah, that didn't work out either because I haven't been able to study for it. I'm just barely making it through my doctoral program, like turning in all my assignments late because I just don't have the drive or the motivation to do it during the week after going to work. Of course, I have a baby, so I'm there for her too. And I have such great support. My husband, Tylene, like they're amazing. But when I tell you, I sometimes feel like the weight is on my shoulders and I just have this goal to get my family, like just to like be the backbone and I'm just trying so hard to be as focused as I can and to not let the things in my life deter me from where I see myself being in the next 2, 3 to 5 years if I stay consistent. And I really think that that's just the hardest part. But, yeah, life's been hard. It's been really hard. I love working, but work is exhausting nonetheless. Like, I love working. I love paying my bills. I love being able to afford things in life, to enjoy things, but work can be exhausting too. And navigating that on top of a baby hasn't been the easiest. And then finding time to record when I come home and I'm just exhausted. Y'all saw me yawn. I'm just exhausted. So this sounds like a whole bunch of complaining in my podcast, but let me get to the part where I have overcame it. So something in me today said, you know what? Pull out the camera, record it. If nobody listens to this video, I'm just happy that I'm getting out of my rut and I'm back. I needed to start somewhere. This is proof of me starting somewhere so that I can then build on top of that something. Take something, build on top of it, and I can actually get somewhere. Like, that is my goal right now, and this is exactly what I'm doing. Guys, this is not even going to be a long episode. In today's episode, I don't really have much motivation other than the fact that you're not alone. I want you to see how I really feel. So that way, when you guys see me on social media and I'm editing videos and I'm doing this day in the lives and hanging out and all the whole nine, that's not my whole life. That's like a snippet of it. And in the midst of the bad, I still have great moments. So I'm not trying to say that my life is just to shreds. No, I don't need therapy right now. I don't need help. I don't know. God got me. I'm just letting you guys know that this is not a cry that I need help. Okay? This is me being open and honest that sometimes you have to sit back. You have to evaluate where you are, what you're going through, how you feel. And if that takes you off track from your goals for a little while, then that's okay. You know, I do feel like sometimes we're so hard on ourselves to have to be so consistent to the point that we almost feel like we failed if we're not. And taking a break doesn't make you a failure. It actually builds your strength. And I'm learning that in my current season. So I had to take a break, guys. You don't see that I don't just record these podcast episodes. I go back and I edit them and I watch them through. And it's just so much work that goes behind everything that I do on my social media platforms. Guys, I spend my nights when my baby sleep, when my husband sleep, when everybody sleep after I get off work and I get home editing content. I'm the one that started this YouTube channel when me and my sister were in high school. And I'm not trying to say me, but I'm just trying to show you guys that like my vision has been there for so long. Like this vision of having a platform where I can just be me and myself and my Instagram, my TikTok, all of it. Like I have desired to have all of these things for so long. And I've seen them come from nothing to where they are now. And it's just proof that slow progress is still progress. If you have to do something to get to your somewhere, then you are doing exactly what you need to do. So I'm just coming out here to say, just get up. Get up today, boo. Record the video. Make the post. Do something that makes the world a better place and put it out there. But also show up and be you and be real. For so long, I was so afraid of just coming on and just sharing the real of my life because I felt like it just wasn't accepted, you know, to be that authentic. But the more that I see other people doing it, I feel the courage and the confidence to do it myself. And so I just pray that when people see me, that they don't see this perfect life of Tonia Michele, that they see that I'm so flawed. I can't keep a friendship for nothing. It's bad. It's literally so bad because I feel like so many people see this one side of me, and when they see that one side of me, they don't see the full Tonia Michele. But that's the weight that I take on with the calling on my life. You'll learn real quick in this life, you are not here to please anybody or any person. You have to live out what God called you to do, and you do it with your head held high. And there's going to be people that he sends along the way that keeps you uplifted, that keeps you supported. And that's what really matters. But yeah, this is the video to get back up again. Try again, restart, refocus. You don't have to end the year the way that this started. You don't have to continue on the same path of what you've been doing or what you have not been doing, because I know there's something that you're supposed to do, but you haven't done it. There's things you said you were going to do and haven't done it. This is your sign to get back to it, to work towards the dream that you once had alive inside of you, that you let die because you never you never ignited the first flame. I pray that God speaks through me, through this video, to get to you, to those who need to hear it. And that's my cue to close this video. Now my baby's up. I love you guys. I hope the soldier in me brings out the soldier in you. Stay on top, stay prayed up. And I'll catch you in another episode. We're going back strong, closing out the end of the year. I will do a recap of all that's been happening in my life, but this was just my first video getting on here, talking, getting back in the swing of it, because this has been the hardest part for me. It's just finding my rhythm. I've been out of rhythm. And boy, is it tough. But we gonna make it. I love you guys. Bye.